Calvin, in our world, we talk a lot about integration, specifically in the tech space. But what we don't talk about is why is it so important for businesses and why is it so crucial to businesses to actually focus on integration?
Yeah. So, Martie, it is important. Customers and businesses use lots of different systems. They use lots of different line of business systems, and that's quite normal. However, what it does is it creates silos of data. So it might mean that certain users within an organization have their preferred line of business tool, but it means that they might have to go and update that data in various different places, which makes it unproductive, and it becomes a huge waste of time and efficiencies. So if you, for instance, have a system with integrations, and if we talk about our world where we work with telephone systems and contact centers, where you might, for instance, integrate a CRM system with a telephone system, you can look for a contact, you can click to dial. If there's a call that's coming in, you get the context of that conversation purely by having those integrations in place, which makes the whole experience that much more efficient for the end user.
Absolutely. So I think on that point, from a Talviva perspective, what would be great is, how do we actually put that into practice? How do we help businesses actually do those integrations?
Yeah. So there's three main ways. The first way is we look towards automation, and we look towards managing the more menial tasks that users or agents have to perform. So those might be things like, FAQ agents or FAQ bots. So questions that support people or salespeople have to answer all the time can be easily replaced with an FAQ bot, for instance. And then the menial processes that take up, a fair amount of time for a user can be replaced by a level of automation. And what that does is it frees up the user to focus on the human interactions, which are more complex.
Yeah.
The second way is we create a 360-degree view of a customer's journey within the touch points of an organization. So if, for instance, you have a customer that is not only dealing with a sales team, they're dealing with a support team and perhaps an account team, it brings the context together and it builds out that 360-degree view. So our omni-channel systems deliver that part of it. And then the last part is the ability to bring together the tapestry of channels, right? So all of the channels that we work with in the modern world and modern workplace, so it's whether it's email, voice calls, whether it's web chats or whatever, it brings it all to a single viewpoint, which gives the agent a consistent experience so that they're dealing with all of the channels in the same way.
So I want to touch a little bit back just on your previous comment on Talviva on the voice side. I don't necessarily want to go use a third-party application to pull my voice components back into that CRM. Now, it doesn't have to be Salesforce or Zoho, but just take me through that. So how does Talviva One bring those things together in the CRM?
So in the world of CRMs, we've got, I suppose, what we would have in the old days referred to as off-the-shelf products. They're now mostly cloud-based CRM services that you subscribe to. So Talviva has integrated our Talviva One application into a lot of the top CRM systems like Zoho, like Zendesk, like Salesforce. And effectively what it does is it adds in the Talviva web phone into those CRM systems. So that means that it allows agents or users to be able to make and receive calls from their main primary screen, which is their CRM system. Yeah. So that's their go-to place. They don't want to switch to another application to make a call or to receive a call. And it's all done with the embedded Talviva web phone.
On the contact center side specifically, we come across a lot of customers that, they need also integration, but they can't use, maybe an integration like that. So what is our solutions, or what solutions do we have in terms of that integration for the high-end contact centers?
Yeah. So for our bigger contact centers, the Talviva Omni product is our go-to product. Yeah. Okay. So what Talviva Omni is that becomes the main screen the panel of glass that the agent will use. And it brings together all of the channels. Okay, so where there's high volume in terms of voice calls, whether it's chats, whether it's WhatsApps, emails, whatever it might be, it is capable of bringing those high volume interactions through to a single pane of glass for the agent. And it also allows any integrations into that customer's back-end systems to present themselves within an iframe window or whatever it might be. But the agent's now primary interface is Talviva Omni. So if a customer has a bespoke CRM system, so not the off-the-shelf package, but it's like custom built, absolutely, then they are not, they also want to benefit from the embedded Talviva experience. They want to be able to plug in the telephony, the contact center parts, but into that world.
So the engine of it, basically.
Yeah. So what we've built is we've built the Talviva SDK, okay? And the SDK is a whole suite of APIs that deliver voice and contact center functionality, but it's embedded into
their CRM.
Their CRM system.
Yeah.